Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be answering the question, do dislikes harm your video or your channel? Well, let's talk about it. So, does it actually harm your channel? Does it actually harm your content? Does it stop YouTube from sharing your videos with those who they think would actually like it? The simple answer is no. But hold on, before you actually go and start making videos that nobody really likes, here's something you need to know. What you need to know is that, of course, YouTube doesn't see a dislike on a video as a sign that people don't like the video or it's not a good video. It just simply means that that person doesn't just like that video. But what YouTube does is that they see the like and the dislike as a form of engagement. So one thing you need to know is that YouTube is trying to keep people on their platform for as long as possible. So the like and the dislike is just one among many other things that they do use to see if your video is worth it or not. So one other thing they do use in addition to the like or dislike is the comment section. So when people comment on your videos, it's basically telling YouTube that yes, this person's video is actually a video that would make people wanna engage more in the content. So that's also another metric that YouTube uses to share that video with more people, which is why your favorite YouTubers also tell you, apart from liking their videos, telling you to also comment on their videos as well, because it also helps YouTube know that this is an engaging content and we should share that content with more people. Because if this video is making this person comment on this video, if I share it with this other person too is more likely to engage in this video. Now, another thing they do use to see if your video is worth sharing or not is your audience retention. Remember what I said earlier, YouTube is trying to keep people on their platform for as long as possible. Now, your audience retention basically just tells YouTube how long are people watching your video for and how long before they cut off from your video. Now, if you have a 10-minute video and almost everybody who comes to watch that video watches it for about a minute and then they log off, that is basically telling YouTube that a lot of people who come to watch your video only watch it for about 10% of the time. So that means it's not really a video that is worth sharing with other people, because if they share with other people, they're only going to come watch it for about a minute and then they log off. So this is not good for YouTube. YouTube is trying to keep people watching their videos. So if your video doesn't help YouTube do that, YouTube is just going to show another video to that viewer that's going to keep them on the platform for longer. So this is why having a good audience retention does matter a lot. So you should be keeping track of how long are people watching your videos for and how long before they click off. Now, if you have a 10-minute video and you have people watching it for about 6 minutes, 6, 7, 8 minutes before they log off, that's a good retention. That is keeping people on the platform for as long as possible. And YouTube is going to share that video with other people to see so that they will stay on the platform for as long as possible. Now, you know how YouTube makes money, right? YouTube makes money from people watching ads. So if people can watch a video for a long time, that means people are more likely to see more adverts. So this is YouTube's bread and butter, and your video should help them achieve that. So you should always make sure to pay attention to your audience retention and see how you can improve your video to keep people watching just long enough. That way YouTube likes you and then they share more of your videos to more people. Now, another thing that also helps in letting YouTube know if your video is worth it or not is your click-through rate. Click-through rate is basically just a metric that determines how many people will see your video and how many of them click on it, how many percentage of them actually click on it. So if you have a click-through rate of, let's say, 1% or 2%, that video doesn't have a good click-through rate because YouTube shows it to 1,000 people and then only 2% of 1,000 people click on it. That doesn't help YouTube keep people on the platform. Now, a way you can improve your click-through rate is obviously by creating bombast thumbnails that are very catchy and thumbnails that will make people want to click on it. So basically, if your thumbnail is not catchy enough, they can't watch your video even if your video has the greatest retention rate. If people are watching your video for 100% of the time, but the gateway to your video, which is your thumbnail, is not making them want to click on it, then nobody watches your video, which means it's not helping YouTube achieve their goal, which is keeping people on the platform. So you need to make sure to make dope-ass thumbnails that will make people curious and want to click on your video. So these are all the metrics that help YouTube determine if your video is a great video or not. So not just the dislike or the like button alone. And also, I've also made countless of other videos on how you can grow your YouTube channel and make great videos. You can see them over here. For more YouTube tips and ways in which you can grow your YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button below and click on the notification bell right next to it. I release new videos every Wednesday and Fridays, and you'll be the first to be notified when that happens. And also, smash that like button or the dislike button if you dislike this video, and also share it with those who you think will find this video very helpful. And also, if you would like to support this channel, the ways to do that are going to be in the description below. So thank you very much for that, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.
Ryan Little.
Japan.